What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Motorhead YouTube channel. Today we are working on the 2024 Chevy Duramax, and as you guys remember, this thing was hit in the front and we ripped this radiator support off. Victor just went ahead and painted it. So what we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and start fitting everything, get it ready for the welding, and once it's ready for welding, we'll go ahead and line everything up. Once our gaps are set and I'm confident that it's going to be good, we'll go ahead and get the spot welder, weld these in and make it look OEM. So let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna go ahead and start cleaning all the surfaces, getting it ready. Once it's all ready to weld, we'll go ahead and start test fitting it. And I'm gonna go ahead and do all the cleaning beforehand. That way we don't have to take it off a second time and we can just go ahead and weld it and be done with it. So let's get right into it and let's get it done. I gotta clean all this off right here. Same with this side. And what we're actually going to do is panel bond it just like this. Our spot welder actually has a setting for panel bond welding, and that's the setting we're going to be using. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I think first off, I'm gonna go ahead and replace this right here. As you can see, it is damaged. So we're gonna put a new one on. I'm just gonna mark it and just put the new one in the exact same spot, and it should be good to go. So we're gonna start with that, get that off, get the new one on, and then we'll move to this front end and just get this whole thing pieced together. Check that out, guys. Absolutely beautiful. It's looking really good. Unfortunately, we are missing a piece here, so I'm not going to be able to finish this job today because it bolts on and then it seam seals here, and I'd like to do it all together. But this right here looks really good. Everything lines up real nice, as you can see. This right here is actually very interesting. I've never seen this in my life. These are pre-drilled for plug welds instead of spot welds. Honestly, that is a first to me. I've never seen that. So we're gonna have to plug weld all of these, and then this will be on for good. I'll remove the fender here instead of like it was right here, and we'll go ahead and paint this piece. I'm actually really lucky that this fender actually had this inner bracket, or else we would have to order that. So super awesome because it goes all the way through and holds it right there. But check this out, guys. This thing looks awesome. Let me pop the hood and we'll kind of go over everything. All right, so we got the hood popped. Check it out, guys. We got spot welds all through there. Spot welded, spot welded. We're not done. We do need to do a couple spot welds here, and we need to plug weld this, but I'm really happy with how this looks, because when you look down through it, it literally looks factory. The factory has a sectioning procedure to where you weld this in and you weld this plate on top, and I think that turned out awesome, as you can see. Unfortunately, these won't be spot welded like they are from the factory, but there's nothing we can do about that, and this is how the factory calls for it to be replaced, because they already pre-drilled all the holes. And at first I didn't think that was what it was, but as you can see, it lines up to every single previous weld, and it's just like that. And then there's like a couple that don't, like that one right there doesn't, and there's one more that doesn't. So maybe those are supposed to be spot welded, I don't know. We're gonna plug weld all of it and get it nice and good, and then once we do that, we're gonna repaint it. Victor just put a light dust over it. That is why the color is off. If you look, you can tell it's completely off. He only lightly dusted it because, for one, we just needed it under here really, and two, this has lightly dusted areas, as you can see right here, and then more heavily dusted areas here. So once we get the seam sealer on, he's going to paint it to mimic this exactly as you guys saw us do on the 4Runner, and that way once it's all done and put together and welded up, it's literally going to look like it was never replaced. When you open the hood and look down through here, you'll see spot welds, and you won't even be able to tell. And that's how we like to do stuff, so I'm really glad we got that spot welder. And so unfortunately, like I said, we are waiting for this part, so this build is going onto a standstill. We're gonna go ahead and take a pause on it, and I have another project we're about to go over that I need to do. It's some bad body work that I have to fix, and I'm gonna kind of show it to you guys and go over fixing it properly. All right, guys, check it out. We got this Honda Ridgeline here, and as you can see, this thing was bondoed and it wasn't done correctly and it rusted, and now we have to fix that. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna grind it off completely, and we'll work out this damage and get it out so that way there's minimal filler and it's all nice and clean and ready to go. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll strip everything down first, that way it's ready for paint, and then we'll go ahead and do that. All right, guys, so this is ready for paint. We had to work with what we had. This is a customer pay, and someone fixed it before and they messed up the metal. I literally had to weld this entire edge and get it right. So that is done. Victor can go ahead and spray this. We'll go ahead and tear this down once it dries, and it'll be ready for paint. All right, so now that this is done, we're actually gonna go ahead and hop onto another really cool project, and we'll just keep this ready for Victor for paint in the morning. So as you see right here, we have another brand new Duramax. If you guys remember, we are working on this one right here, and this one took a pretty hard hit too. Definitely not as bad as that one, but it is quite extensive, and we're gonna go over it. This thing is pretty much brand new, super nice truck. It's got the Allison transmission. We're gonna go over it, check it out, and we'll show you the damage and what we have to do to fix it. So as you can see, this front end is intact right here. This is the Chevy front end, and I gotta say the GMC front end looks way better than this one. Although this is a really sharp looking truck, I definitely favor that one. Anyways, we're gonna go around to the side. As you can see, super nice truck. It got a nasty hit right here, so definitely gonna have to replace this right here, and it's definitely gonna have to go in the frame machine. We're gonna have to pull all this out, but I'm not too worried about that right now, because what I want to do is get this rear bed off and get it onto a stand, and I'll just work on the stand for now and get this thing replaced. And then once we get this cab corner, we'll throw it onto the frame machine, get it all pulled out, get it nice. And I'm super excited to use our new spot welder on this thing. I can't wait. It's gonna make this bedside cakewalk, getting it done, just busting it out super quickly. So we're gonna go ahead and get this bed off, start grinding all the spot welds, get the side off of it, get it ready for the new one, and the new one should show up tomorrow and we can go to town on it. So let's go ahead and get it tore off. Check it out, guys. This bedside looks OEM. It's got all the spot welds. It's primed. This took me from drilling out to welding and priming it, ready for paint, in an hour and 30 minutes. It's absolutely crazy how quick that spot welder makes these jobs. And once you look at them, you can literally see it looks just like it did from the factory. I redid all the spot welds exactly where they were. We got it primed all behind there. Same with these. Check it out. We got all these spot welds. We got all the spot welds on the inside, and we also got all these spot welded. So man, I'm so happy we got that thing. Victor can literally just buzz this down and paint it. This job right here usually took me 5 to 6 hours with MIG welding it, grinding it, and finishing it out. And that's just crazy how much time. Now literally it'll be even painted quicker than it would have took me to weld it in and finish it out for paint. So I'm super happy with this. I honestly cannot complain with these results. And just stay tuned, guys. We got a whole lot more spot welding content for you to show you how nice it is and how quickly we can do this. Check this out. All through here it's spot welded, just like the factory. 3 in each of these, 2 here, 1 there, 2 over there. Super awesome, super happy with this, and honestly that's probably the best investment we've made. I hope you guys are enjoying all of the content. If you want to stick around and see more of this stuff, be sure to hit that subscribe button, stick around. You can even follow us on Instagram at motorhead.co. I'll post a lot of this before the videos drop, so stay tuned, guys. We got so much more content for you guys. I can't wait to show you some of the stuff we knock out with this spot welder. It worked amazing on that Duramax, and it worked amazing on this Duramax, but also on this Duramax we still have a lot more work to do with that cap corner and also getting that door replaced and getting everything looking nice. So stay tuned, guys. That's going to be really fun, and I can't wait to get it done. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.